A Course in Miracles, Urtext Manuscripts, the complete 7-volume combined edition. Volume 2, the workbook, Review 6, Introduction. For this review, we but take one idea each day and practice it as often as is possible. Besides the time you give in morning and evening, which should not be less than 15 minutes, and the hourly remembrances you make throughout the day, use the ideas as often as you can between them. Each of these ideas alone would be sufficient for salvation, if it were learned truly. Each would be enough to give release to you and to the world from every form of bondage, and invite the memory of God to come again. With this in mind, we start our practicing in which we carefully review the thoughts the Holy Spirit has bestowed on us in our last 20 lessons. Each contains the whole curriculum, if understood, practiced, accepted and applied to all the seeming happenings throughout the day. One is enough. But for that one, there must be no exceptions made. And so we need to use them all and let them blend as one as each contributes to the whole we learn. These practice sessions, like our last review, are centered around a central theme with which we start and end each lesson. It is this: I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The day begins and ends with this, and we repeat it every time the hour strikes. Or we remember in between we have a function that transcends the world we see. Beyond this and a repetition of the special thought we practice for today, no form of exercise is urged except a deep relinquishment of everything that clutters up the mind and makes it deaf to reason, sanity and simple truth. We will attempt to get beyond all words and special forms of practicing for this review, for we attempt this time to reach a quickening pace along a shorter path to the serenity and peace of God. We merely close our eyes and then forget all that we thought we knew and understood. For thus is freedom given us from all we did not know and failed to understand. There is but one exception to this lack of structuring. Permit no idle thought to go unchallenged. If you notice it, deny its hold and hasten to assure your mind that it is not what it would have. Then gently let the thought which you denied be given up in sure and quick exchange for the idea you practice for the day. When you are tempted, hasten to proclaim your freedom from temptation as you say, "This thought I do not want, I choose instead." And then repeat the idea for today, and let it take the place of what you thought. Beyond such special applications of each day's idea, we will add but few formal expressions or specific thoughts to aid your practicing. Instead, we give these times of quiet to the teacher who instructs in quiet and speaks of peace and gives our thoughts whatever meaning they may have. To him I offer this review for you. I place you in his charge, and let him teach you what to do and say and think each time you turn to him. He will not fail to be available to you each time you call to him to help you. Let us offer him the whole review we now begin, and let us also not forget to whom it has been given, as we practice day by day, advancing toward the goal he set for us, allowing him to teach us how to go, and trusting him completely for the way each practice period can best become a loving gift of freedom to the world. Lesson 201. I'm not a body, I'm free, for I'm still as God created me. I trust my brothers who are one with me. No one but is my brother. I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God. my Father, one creator of the whole that is myself, forever one with me. Lesson 202. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still a moment and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong, when God himself has given me his voice to call me home? Lesson 203. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I call upon God's name and on my own. The name of God is my deliverance from every thought of evil and of sin, because it is my own as well as his. I am not a body. Lesson 204. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The name of God is my inheritance. God's name reminds me that I am his son, not slave to time, unbound by laws which rule the world of sick illusions, free in God forever and forever one with him. Lesson 205. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I want the peace of God. The peace of God is everything I want. The peace of God is my one goal, the aim of all my living here, the end I seek, my purpose and my function and my life, while I abide where I am not at home. Lesson 206. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Salvation of the world depends on me. I am entrusted with the gifts of God because I am his son, and I would give his gifts where he intended them to be. Lesson 207. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I bless the world because I bless myself. God's blessing shines upon me from within my heart where he abides. I need but turn to him, and every sorrow melts away as I accept his boundless love for me. Lesson 208. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. The peace of God is shining in me now. I will be still and let the earth be still along with me. And in that stillness we find the peace of God. It is within my heart which witnesses to God himself. Lesson 209. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I feel the love of God within me now. The love of God is what created me. The love of God is everything I am. The love of God proclaimed me as his son. The love of God within me sets me free. Lesson 210. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Pain is my own idea. It is not a thought of God, but one I thought apart from him and from his will. His will is joy, and only joy for his beloved Son, and that I choose instead of what I made. Lesson 211. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I am the Holy Son of God himself. In silence and in true humility I seek God's glory, to behold it in the Son whom he created as myself. Lesson 212. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I have a function God would have me fill. I seek the function that would set me free from all the vain illusions of the world. Only the function God has given me can offer freedom, and only this I seek, and only this I will accept as mine. Lesson 213. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. All things are lessons God would have me learn. A lesson is a miracle which God offers to me, in place of thoughts I made that hurt me. What I learn of him becomes the way I am set free, and so I choose to learn his lessons and forget my own. Lesson 214. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I place the future in the hands of God. The past is gone, the future is not yet. Now I am freed from both, for what God gives can only be for good, and I accept but what he gives as what belongs to me. Lesson 215. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Love is the way I walk in gratitude. The Holy Spirit is my only guide. He walks with me in love, and I give thanks to him for showing me the way to go. Lesson 216. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. It can be but myself I crucify. All that I do unto myself. If I attack, I suffer. But if I forgive, salvation will be given me. Lesson 217. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. It can be but my gratitude I earn. Who should give thanks for my salvation but myself? And how but through salvation can I find the self to whom my thanks are due? Lesson 218. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Only my condemnation injures me. My condemnation keeps my vision dark, and through my sightless eyes I cannot see the vision of my glory. Yet today I can behold this glory and be glad. Lesson 219. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I am not a body, I am free. I am God's son. Be still, my mind, and think a moment upon this, and then return to earth without confusion as to what my Father loves forever as his Son. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. There is no peace except the peace of God. Let me not wander from the way of peace, for I am lost on other roads than this. But let me follow him who leads me home, and peace is certain as the love of God. This concludes part 1 of the workbook.